to be honest. You really are.
Kenny Rogers is safer for me.
I don't think she's quite going to get around this idea of the raunch side of my life. She didn't really want to know. But I was wearing my What Would Dolly Do t-shirt because we had to find out what would Dolly do about a whole load of famous things, including whether she'll join the Spice Girls. So that's all coming up later in the show, Christine. Also, I love this. Amanda Holden, why is she the subject of a bidding war between record labels? This is an incredible story, so I'll tell you all about that too.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it. Thank you very much, Dan. Okay, it's fair to say that the last few weeks have not been the smoothest for the Duchess of Sussex. And reports over the weekend suggest that the recent drama surrounding her relationship with her father and her dealings with the press could lead to a split in the royal family. The Daily Mirror's royal editor, Russell Myers, joins us now. Hello, good morning.
How are you doing?
It's kind of constantly sort of
happening.
I know.
Week after week,
yes.
You know, bad headlines, controversy. And now this, we had heard that the two parties were splitting. Obviously, they're moving in different periods of their life. Obviously, William and Kate, William's going to become the Prince of Wales in a few years, we imagine. And Harry and Meghan will be moving on their own sort of sphere. They've got their own life, new family coming along. But, you know, I understand that the palace, there haven't really been too understanding of this recent controversy. Meghan's friends getting involved, launching these sort of pub pizzas in American media.
It's not like the terribly British way.
No, exactly. It's very American. From George Clooney coming out, comparing her to Princess Diana. So these messages, secret messages from Serena Williams on Twitter, sipping tea, and it's all a bit sort of un-British, really, very American.
Yeah. So how do you think they are handling it behind the scenes?
Well,
do you think it is rubbing a lot of people up the wrong way?
I think they caught a cold, really. You know, the Palisades didn't know about this sort of American piece coming out in People magazine. Apparently Meghan may have had a hand in it, sort of gave the green light to her friends to go and release this sort of information, but, you know, it really didn't read too well. I mean, it's just very, very nicey nice all about Meghan, but, you know, there's always two sides to every story.
No, of course. I mean, she has kept herself busy, that's for sure, since
so
the second
busy,
she walked up the aisle. Over the weekend, lots of stories as well. She's backing calls for more diversity within our
And this is great, you know, this is what we, you know, expect of her to do. She's coming out, she's doing loads of patronages. This actually was one of her recent patronages at the Association of Commonwealth Universities, and she was actually really shocked when told about the lack of ethnic diversity, lack of black and ethnic minority professors in the sort of Commonwealth education profession. And she's actually announced that she actually wants to raise the profile of it, do something about it, which is fantastic. These are the causes that she will be putting her name to and doing a lot more of. So she's definitely keeping busy, and hopefully this controversy will die down, the two parties will split, and we'll see them, you know, doing their own thing, and it will work out for them, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, she is set to be on big screen.
Yes.
So it's a movie that she made obviously some time ago, and I'm sure doesn't probably want to resurface.
Well, we had these, you know, rumours of this Suits reunion. She was going to be offered a multi-million-pound deal. I never thought that would happen. I mean, that would be very controversial, but she shot a movie in 2011 called The Boys and Girl Guide to Getting Down. Now, it's a bit of an outrageous partying take on sort of 20-somethings in LA. Meghan plays a 20-something called Dana, and she wears a few short skirts, a bit of outrageous partying, flirting. So a bit more embarrassment for her, unfortunately. I'm sure that hasn't gone down too well.
She's clearly acting. We all know that's what she did before, to give her a bit of a break on that. But it's just something else.
It's just another thing, isn't it? You know, but maybe they're going to move to Windsor, have the quiet life, and then everything will be okay.
Well, are they though? And when is it happening? Because the renovations apparently kind of holding things up.
The builders have come back and said that there might be some renovation problems or some delays that will be happening. A big £3 million refit of this beautiful Frogmore cottage in the grounds of Windsor Castle. But surprise, surprise, when you're doing renovations like that, as a pregnant woman, it must be pretty stressful. And the builders have come back and said, you know, it might be delayed. They've got a lot of structural things to do, a yoga studio for Harry and Meghan, but you know, I don't know about you, you were pregnant recently, I wouldn't have liked all that stress.
No,
moving house.
No, it's always a nuisance, isn't it? But I'm sure they'll be fine.
Of course, well, they've still got Kensington Palace to live in. I mean, you know, they're not going to be out on the streets anytime soon.
No, I can't imagine.
It's just an added worry of her. You know, she's 7 months pregnant now, and leading up to the baby, I'm sure she doesn't need any more stress in her.
And you do like to have things kind of organised. You go into that mode, don't you?
However, I'm sure they've got a few people looking after them.
I'm sure she will. Thank you so much indeed, Russell. It was wonderful. Good catch up. Okay, still to come, Punk Mary EastEnders after 30 years away this week. But why did Linda Davison swap life in Albert Square to team up with Jamie Oliver? Find out in just a moment. But first, it's competition time. Here's Ian Lee with all the details.
Morning! Now, if money's a bit tight and you haven't booked this year's holiday yet, then look no further than this week's prize.
We're kicking off with an amazing £24,000.
Treat yourself. Treat your family. Actually, forget the family. They're getting a free holiday.
You can look forward to a break at any Forest Holidays destination for up to 7 nights, and 6 of you will enjoy all the facilities a Golden Oak cabin has to offer.
The forest is literally on your doorstep.
Where action and adventure await.
Every cabin has its own private hot tub, so if you want to escape the daily grind, this is the prize for you. A Forest Holidays break and £24,000.
For your chance to win, text WIN to 62525. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. Or enter online at itv.com/win. Entries cost £2. Call 09068 782525. Calls cost £2 plus your network access charge. Or post your name and number to BK08 PO Box 7558 Derby DE10NQ. Entrance must be 18 or over. Lines close at 2 p.m. on Friday the 22nd of February. Good luck!
Now, my next guest was one of the original cast members of EastEnders when the soap began in 1985, playing Wild Child, Punk Mary. Now, 30 years after leaving the show, Linda Davison and another familiar face from the past are set to return tomorrow night as the residents of Walford celebrate the life of another iconic character, Dr. Legg, who passed away on Friday.
I reckon I should have made a move on you myself.
Deep punch, remember? I remember the punch your old man gave me after. It's weird, you know, being back. It's like I never really went away.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Mary.
And Linda Davison joins us now. That must have been the most bizarre feeling moment.
It was totally bonkers. Yeah, 30 years had passed, and 30 years is a long time, but it just felt like nothing.
Yeah, and you're all sort of coming together. As we say, it is an unfortunate storyline because of Dr. Legg and his much loved character.
Oh, yeah.
But it was part of the reason why you had to go back at this point.
Yeah,
Because of him.
absolutely, yes. And because I don't act anymore, I haven't acted for over 20 years. And the creative director, John York, phoned me up and said, with the storyline that we've been talking about with Dr. Legg, that would Mary go and be in the congregation at the synagogue? No lines. And I was like, oh, yeah, because I still see Len as well, you know, I still see him. And I thought, well, that would be lovely tribute to do. So, and then he phoned back and said, well, we've just given her a couple of lines. And then the script arrived, and it was loads of scenes, and actually I couldn't read the script for crying. When I first got the script, I just cried every time I read it. It's such a beautiful storyline.
Yeah, so it just felt right
It
to
really
go back.
did,
We
yeah.
saw Lofty there, of course, and just these faces all back again.
Yeah.
And back to the original cast. I mean, you started in 1985. You thought it would only run for probably a couple of weeks, months, maybe at the most.
Mm.
And look at it now. I mean, it is incredible.
Well, we were all contracted for 6 months, and the BBC called it a bi-weekly drama. So we didn't know we were in a soap until all the press went out and in the February, because we'd all been cast in 84, so we'd been working on it for quite a few months before it went out in 85. And then all of a sudden, all the press started calling it a soap, and we were like, oh my God, we're in a soap. It's like Corrie.
Exactly. But Punk Mary was such a kind of memorable character. I mean, we all know the name Punk Mary. We remember Lofty as well, to be fair, those characters from those early days. But she was quite unique at the time, wasn't she? Which is, I'm guessing, why you loved to play her.
Yeah, she was a fantastic character to play, and also she was really well written. The writers really loved writing for her, and so she came about because Tony Holland, who created the show, he was walking in the East End around Facet Square, and he saw a young woman pushing a pram, and she had a big mohawk and a little skirt on, and the full punk makeup, and he said it was such a poignant image of this woman who was so alternative looking and quite little and frail, pushing this pram along, and this such aggressive look, but such love for her child in the pram, and so he created the character based on that image.
Yeah, that was it. And as we say, though, it's been 30 years, of course, and to go back to say Fuck, Marry again. So for the 30, what have you been